You're going to learn my exact system that I personally use to quit porn easily. And guess what? It's not NoFap, because NoFap is bullshit, it does not work, and it's the reason you're still addicted to porn most likely. Before I continue, why would you listen to me? I quit porn at 19. First of all, not many 19-year-olds can say that. I had a 6-year porn addiction where I would jack off every single day from the age of 13 to 19, complete loser, watching porn every single day. Because I believe the lies from these liberal, weak people online saying, porn's good for you, it increases testosterone. I believe the lies. So I watch porn like everyone else because it's normal to do, right? It can't be that bad. Turns out my life was shit. I got no respect from guys. I got no attraction from women. I felt shit. Worst of all, I didn't like myself. I had no self-respect. So because I had no self-respect, do you think I went to the gym? Do you think I looked after myself? Think I ate the clean food? No, I didn't give a shit because I didn't think I deserved that good stuff. Because I watched porn like a loser. My brain knew I was a loser. My brain knew I couldn't get girls, so I had to watch porn. And your brain knows the same thing about you, so you need to realise that. You can't lie or hide from your own mind. Your brain knows you're a loser if you watch porn, and that's a simple fact. So you can get mad at me, or you can understand that it's the truth, that I'm telling you the truth right now, and you can do something about it. So don't be a whiny little bitch and give up on this journey. You're going to find out the best and easiest way to quit porn, so you stop being the loser of yourself that you currently are. Alright? So I'm telling you, it's not NoFap. NoFap does not work. NoFap is when you quit porn cold turkey and you never watch it again. NoFap, it sounds good on paper, right? Quit porn in 2 weeks, never watch porn again. And it's the most popular porn quitting strategy on the internet. But the reason 95% of guys fail quitting porn is because of NoFap. When you go on NoFap, you go on one end of the extreme. You quit porn cold turkey and you never watch it again. That is extreme. Currently, you're most likely watching porn once a day, something like that, right? 30 times a month. That's one extreme too, addicted to porn, okay? You can't quit. You cannot go from one extreme to the other, to never watching it again. Your brain can't comprehend with that. You get to day 3 of NoFap, some temporary motivation, then you end up jacking off 4 times that next day because an urge gets too hard, right? You feel shit, feel depressed about yourself, so that day's ruined. You're jacking off all the time. So your addiction gets worse on NoFap, not better, it gets worse. This is why NoFap does not work. You cannot quit an addiction cold turkey. So I realised this, and here is what I did. I created my own system because I was sick of being a loser. I was sick of failing on NoFap. And I wanted to help people with this same porn addiction because I realised how shit it makes you feel, how shit it makes your life. So I tested it out on myself and it worked. So step 1 of my system is this. Get on to less fap. Less fap is simply where you fap less this month than you did last month. If you watched porn 30 times last month, I want you to watch it 27 times this month, or 26, or 28, whatever. As long as that number is less than 30, that is good, because that is progress. Don't be a dickhead and go to 0, because I want to quit porn fast. No, it doesn't work like that. We've established you can't quit porn that quickly. Accept that, you're addicted to porn, you're not going to quit in 2 weeks. And that's your fault. Get mad at me, whatever. That is your fault for jacking off so much. I realised this myself when I was addicted, and I was like, alright, it's my fault. I take full responsibility, but it's also my responsibility to learn how to quit, okay? So less fap, you want to gradually reduce how much you watch porn, gradually, okay? So you're watching it 30 times, then 27, then 24, then 20. Keep going down like that. If you want to reduce it by just 1, that is fine, because it's still progress. So if you watch porn 25 times last month, and you want to watch it 24 times this month, as long as you stay below 25, I don't care, because you're making progress. If you want to go to 23 times a month after that, great, you're making progress, okay? Why does this work so effectively, though, as opposed to NoFap? Because you still get to watch porn every single month. I'm telling you, you can still watch porn, like, as much as you want, as long as it's less than the previous month. And you still get to make progress every single month, right? You see how easy it is to follow. Okay, so you're going to stay motivated the whole time, and you're not going to be depressed with yourself, like, oh, I can't watch porn anymore, my life's ruined. Because I understand, it can be kind of fun to watch porn. It's degenerate, it's for losers, we know this, but it's kind of fun, it's something to look forward to. So my way, you still get to watch it and you still make progress. So you're getting the best of both worlds. So you're going to stay constantly motivated and you're not going to give up. Before I carry on, if you do want the full system that I've been talking about on how I quit porn, that all my customers have used and it's worked like a dream for them, they've all quit porn. It's literally the same one that I used. It's the top link in the description. Check it out there. Plus there is a free bonus section on how to speak to girls, how to attract them, just whatever. It becomes so easy when you quit porn. I can't wait for you to come on this journey. The price will increase very soon of my system, so check it out now before I do. Should be being sold for thousands, but I'm selling it for cheap because I want as many guys just like you to quit porn, so check it out. So, what do you do after a few months of doing less FAP? Are you reducing how much you watch it gradually each and every month? You're going to hit a point where you're watching porn a few times a month, maybe 3 times a month. At this point, congratulations, your addiction has gone. You will reach this point, do not worry, but your addiction is gone at this point. You no longer rely on porn and think of it all the time. You no longer have to go to bed. You no longer have to jack off, before you go to bed like I do, like I used to do, right? You don't need to do that. You're no longer controlled by porn anymore. Well done. Your addiction is gone. Now, you're going to find porn pretty boring at this point. You're going to cringe at your past self for how many hours you wasted on porn. This is just a natural thing that's going to happen to everyone once you reach this stage. You're going to think, oh, what a loser. Why did I waste so much time on that? This is because your identity has changed. Right now, when you're watching porn, your identity is of a guy who watches porn, a loser, right? You see yourself down here. When you quit porn, you control your addiction, you see yourself up here suddenly. You start respecting and loving yourself. These are when all the benefits of quitting porn come, right? You start seeing yourself as a worthy person because you've done this hard thing and you no longer jack off. So when you've got this heightened view of yourself, which is a good thing, when your identity is up here and your self-respect is up here, you think, I'm too good for porn. I'm not going to watch it. And with this attitude, it's going to be so easy to overcome your urges, right? Imagine this guy, the version of you now who's a loser, feels like he doesn't deserve anything, all right? Obviously, when you get an urge to watch porn, you're going to go and watch it because that's just what you feel like you deserve. You know, I don't deserve a woman, so I'm going to go and jack off on my own to porn. That's how you see it. When you quit porn and you start respecting and loving yourself and you get an urge to watch porn, you think, no, fuck you, I'm not watching it. I don't deserve that. If I want to be sexual, I'm going to go and get a girl, okay? I'm not going to go watch porn like a little monkey weirdo, okay? I've moved on from that version of myself. I'm not doing it. I'm not going to give in to my urge. Now, with this identity change that will just naturally come for you, it's very important because you're going to be able to overcome urges easily, okay? Like, they're just not going to be there. When your addiction is down here, urges will still be there. I'll be honest, I still get them. I do not jack off because I'm not a loser, but the urges will still be there. But they're going to be a lot less strong than they currently are, so don't worry. And they're going to be a lot less frequent. So they're still going to be there, but they're not going to be as frequent, okay? So don't be panicking like, oh, I'm always going to have urges. All an urge is you having a sexual desire. You've got a sex drive. You've got testosterone. Well done. You've got 2 balls. Like, don't get mad at yourself. Don't be shocked when you get an urge to watch porn later down the line. It's completely fine to get urges, but it's not fine to go and jack off. So just bear this in mind. But when you're at this stage, overcoming urges will be easy because they're going to be so weak and your identity has changed. You're no longer a loser who watches porn, all right? You'll be able to overcome the urges so easily. One more thing about the urges, just because you get horny does not mean you need to go and jack off, all right? I used to think as soon as I got an urge to watch porn, I had to watch it, okay? I was just like, all right, my brain was telling me I'm horny, so I need to go and watch porn. That's just immediately what I thought, and that is just stupid. Imagine a fat guy, he's obese, he's a few pounds from having a heart attack. If he gets hungry, would you go and say to him, oh, okay, he has to eat, guys? No. You'd say, I don't care if you're hungry. You're not going to eat today because you're fat. You're not going to die, okay? If you're hungry and you don't eat, you're not going to die in this case, okay? With you, just because you're horny does not mean you need to go and jack off. Your brain is going to panic because your brain wants you to go and jack off because that's pleasure for it. your brain is going to say, oh, you need to do it, your life's going to be ruined, otherwise you're going to die. It's going to give you all these bullshit things because it wants you to give in to the pleasure. But just remember, you do not need to do it, okay? And once you resist one urge, all the other urges become easy to resist. The first urge you resist is the hardest. After that, it's fucking easy, right? Once you resist and you tell yourself, okay, I don't need to go and jack off right now because I'm horny. My dick's not going to fall off. I'm going to be okay. Once you resist that urge, once you wait half an hour and the urge is gone, you just realize like, oh, right, I could have been doing this the whole time. I don't need to go and jack off. I'm fine, okay? I'll just move on with my day and I don't need to watch porn, all right? I'm excited for you to be on this journey. This is the best porn quitting strategy system on the internet. And if you want the full version, if you want to get faster results than anyone, change your life, and plus learn how to attract girls, top link in the description, check it out. The price will increase so soon, so do it now, please, before I do that. I hope this helped. Subscribe if it did, and goodbye.